You are carrying a tail. You have a spare eyelid you have never used. You have muscles built to swivel your ears like a cat, still wired up, still twitching, moving nothing. Right now, reading this, you are wearing the leftovers of animals you will never be, and most of them, you cannot even feel. Evolution does not delete, it abandons. When a body part stops earning its keep, natural selection rarely bothers to remove it cleanly. It just stops maintaining it, and the thing lingers, shrinking, half-connected for millions of years. Your body is a museum of these abandoned tools. Let's walk through the exhibits, several of which you can find on yourself before this video ends. Start in your mouth, with the teeth that no longer fit. Your distant ancestors ate tough, raw, fibrous food, and for that, they needed a big, powerful jaw and a full set of grinding molars, including the back ones we now call wisdom teeth. Then we learned to cook. Cooking softened food, and over time our jaws grew shorter and more delicate, because a massive jaw was no longer worth the cost of growing it. But the instructions to build all the teeth stayed, so a modern mouth tries to fit an old number of teeth into a new, smaller jaw, and the last ones to arrive often find no room at all. That is why so many people have their wisdom teeth cut out. They are not a design flaw. They are a full set of tools that arrived to a workshop that got smaller around them. And the mismatch is getting worse, not better. As human diets have grown softer still over just the last few centuries, jaws have kept shrinking, and dentists now see crowding and impaction more often than our ancestors ever would have. You are living through the awkward middle of an edit, the jaw already downsized, the teeth not yet told to stop coming. Now reach behind you, to the base of your spine. At the very bottom of your backbone is a small set of fused vertebrae called the coccyx, your tailbone. It is the honest remnant of a tail. And the proof is not just in the adult skeleton. About a month into development, a human embryo actually grows a small tail with vertebrae that then mostly reabsorbs before birth. What is left is that fused stub, no longer swinging for balance in the trees, but not gone either. Still anchoring muscles, still there, a tail that was switched off, but never removed. Next, the organ everyone thought was pure dead weight, the appendix. For a century, the appendix was the textbook example of a useless part. A little dead-end tube that did nothing but occasionally get infected and try to kill you. But the picture has shifted. Researchers, including William Parker at Duke, argued that the appendix is a safe house for your gut bacteria. A small protected reservoir tucked off the main highway of the intestine. Your good microbes can shelter when a serious illness flushes the gut clean, then repopulate it afterward. So it is a strange in-between case, a part we were evolving away from that may still be quietly doing a job. Evolution had one foot out the door and left the light on. What makes the appendix such a good teacher is that it breaks the neat story. We like to imagine vestigial means useless, a clean ruin. But biology is messier and more interesting than that. A part can be a shrunken leftover of something bigger and also still be earning a small wage on the side. The appendix is a fading remnant of a much larger gut chamber our plant-eating ancestors used to ferment rough vegetation. And apparently, a bacterial bunker that helps you recover after illness. It is not useless, and it is not essential. It is exactly the kind of half-finished compromise you would expect from a process that never plans and never cleans up, only keeps whatever is cheaper to leave than to remove. Now one you can test on yourself. Touch a hand. There are little muscles around your ears, the auricular muscles, that in cats, dogs, and horses swivel the ears toward a sound. You have them too, fully present. In most people, they no longer move the ear at all. But here's the eerie part. The neuroscientist Stephen Hackley has shown that when a sudden sound comes from one side, those dead muscles still fire, still try to turn your ears toward it. Hundreds of millions of years of habit, twitching in a body that long ago stopped listening that way. Some people can still wiggle their ears on command. If you can, you are voluntarily working a control that evolution has been slowly unplugging. Here's one that not everyone even has anymore. Lay your arm palm up, touch your thumb to your little finger, and gently lift your hand. Do you see a raised band, a cord, standing up in the middle of your wrist? That is the tendon of the palmaris longus, a muscle that helped our tree-dwelling ancestors grip and climb. It is so unnecessary now that evolution is visibly removing it in real time. Somewhere around 1 in 10 people are simply born without it, on one or both arms, with no downside at all. Surgeons even harvest it for repairs elsewhere in the body, precisely because you do not need it. You are watching evolution mid-edit, a part that is present in most people, absent in millions of others, on its slow way out. Try the test on both wrists. You may find the cord on one arm and nothing on the other, your own two hands disagreeing about how far along the edit has come. There are not many places where you can look down and literally see natural selection halfway through removing something. This is one of them, and it is sitting in your wrist. Now look at the rim of your ear, near the top, for a small thickened point. Many people have a little bump on the upper curve of the ear, and it has a famous name, Darwin's tubercle. Charles Darwin pointed to it as a leftover of a time when our ancestors had pointier, more mobile ears, folded down over the ages into the rounded human shape. Not everyone has it. If you can feel that tiny peak on your own ear, you are touching the folded down tip of an ancestor's ear. And look in a mirror, at the inner corner of your eye. That small pink fold where your eyelids meet near the nose is the plica semilunaris. It is the shrunken remnant of the third eyelid, a nictitating membrane that many animals from birds to cats can still sweep sideways across the eye to clean and protect it while keeping their sight. Yours cannot move. It just sits there, a stranded scrap of a windscreen wiper your ancestors could deploy, and you cannot. Some of these leftovers are strongest at the very start of life. Place a finger in the palm of a newborn baby, and it will grip hard. This is the palmar grasp reflex, and it is no ordinary squeeze. The grip of some newborns is strong enough that they can briefly support their own body weight hanging from a bar, exactly as an infant ape clings to the fur of a climbing mother. No human baby needs to hang from anything anymore. We lost the fur generations ago. But the reflex to seize and hold on with total strength is still there, in every newborn, firing for a few months before it fades. A grip built for branches that no longer exist. Now down into the leg, to a muscle you will probably never miss. Running behind the knee is a small, slim muscle called the plantaris. In our tree-dwelling relatives, muscles like it help grip and manipulate with the feet, the way you would use a hand. In us it is so minor that, like the palmaris in the wrist, a good share of people are simply born without it and never notice. And surgeons, again, harvest it for repairs precisely because losing it costs you nothing. It is another part, caught in the slow act of disappearing, present in most legs, quietly absent from millions of others. And here is one that reaches into how you sense the world. Many animals have a dedicated organ inside the nose, the vomeronasal organ, tuned to detect pheromones, the invisible chemical signals of other animals. Humans have the anatomical remnant of it, a tiny pit inside the nose, but in us it appears to be switched off, wired to little or nothing. Our ancestors may well have read the chemical mood of the room the way a dog reads a lamppost. We kept the doorway and lost the sense behind it, a receiver still bolted to the wall, no longer plugged into anything. There are dozens more. Over a century ago, the anatomist Robert Wiedersheim drew up a long list of these vestigial structures in the human body. And while some of his examples turned out to still have uses, the core idea held. We are stitched together from parts that were built for other lives. So run the audit on yourself. The teeth with nowhere to go, the tail at the base of your spine, the ear muscles twitching at sounds, the tendon you may or may not have been born with, the point on your ear and the fold in your eye, both switched off. You are not a finished, purpose-built machine. You are a work in progress, mid-renovation, still wearing the fixtures of every creature you used to be, a climber, a swiveler of ears, a wearer of tails. And this is perhaps the strangest thing the mirror can teach you, that human is not a clean from-scratch design, but a heavily edited draft, with the old version still legible underneath. The tail did not vanish, it was fused and filed away. The third eyelid did not close for good. The grip that held onto branches did not switch off. It just stopped finding anything to hold. Evolution never came back to tidy up, because tidying up costs energy, and a switched-off part costs almost nothing to carry. Removing something takes active work and a reason. Leaving it alone is free. So the leftovers simply accumulate, layer on layer, the way an old house keeps the wiring of every decade that came before. So it left them all in place. And so, you carry the whole history of your body around inside it, quietly, every single day, in parts you were never even told you had. A living record of every animal it took to finally make you.